public hospitals in Ghana. Hey, where frustration meets exhaustion. Ask around, and if it isn't, I lost my relative because medical staff were negligent, then it is, I went to the hospital seeking medical attention and it took hours on end for me to be attended to. When it finally happened, the attitude I was shown, you need to have some level of patience. But when you ask medical personnel, different scripts, they'll tell you they have limited resources, limited staff, and they constantly have to decide who gets what, when, and how. So when social activist Ralph Williams pulled out his phone thinking the solution to this was to hit record patients, record health personnel, and frustration in one clip, it was bound to go viral, and viral it went. But when it did, it left the public split. Was he a hero for shining light on what he believed to be medical negligence, or was he disrespectful, invading people's privacy and stirring chaos in an already tense environment? Well, like we always do here on This Week in News, we'll do a recap of this story and some others. I am Etornam Kumashie. This week, there was a viral video on social media where Ralph Williams, a social activist, recorded patients in the emergency ward of Ridge Hospital and said that they had been there for hours but were not being taken care of. He came in with an injured hand. Now, after a while, the health minister sent a delegation to assess the situation before he personally followed up. This is what management had to say about the issue.
So I offered to suture his lacerations for me. When I prepared the tray and everything, and I invited him to come over, he left. So it looks as if he wasn't interested in the care we were going to do, because we prepared everything. We didn't ask him for any money. We got items to do everything for him, and he was nowhere to be found when we were ready to attend to him. So it's most unfortunate that it all happened, because in any case, the impression he was creating was that there was a delay in providing care. But even the one who was most injured had already received care by the time he was getting to hospital. And by the time he was making the video, we already had given him medications and we're waiting to go and do the CT scan for him.
Now, Ralph says that some time back he lost his sister due to medical negligence, and this is why he acted the way he did. But like I said, it left the public split. Some people were like, yes, they have very horrible experiences with medical personnel anytime they go to the hospital, so this was a good call. But others feel like, look, to what end? If we are going to allow this to happen, who knows what someone else will do another time? The health minister held a press briefing and he said that regardless of the situation, regardless of how things look, they will not condone any assault on health personnel. But let me know what you think in the comment section. President John Mahama visited Japan this week to strengthen bilateral relations. But you see, what got people talking was a particular conversation on social media between the Deputy Chief of Staff and the MP for Old Tafu, Vincent Asafwa. What started the conversation? So, Honorable Vincent says that he believed the president was going to board a presidential jet, a private jet, and the total cost was going to be about $690,000. Then came in, entering the chat, the Deputy Chief of Staff, who says, what are you talking about? The supposed president is still in the country. And matter of fact, he boarded a commercial flight to Japan. Vincent Asafwa has since deleted the tweets, but there are some that are like, you know what, maybe an apology would also suffice. If Shatawale is your fave, then it has been a hectic week for you. Did you see his fans at the Yoko office? Your fave says he bought his Lamborghini Euros from the street too. Which street? Is it the one you and I are used to? Anyway, if he will do anything, you know that he would go live. And he went live and said that the Yoko officials actually treated him very well and he's willing to comply with investigations. So fingers crossed, hopefully there is the very best outcome for him.
To all the staff of Yoko, you guys have been wonderful. At least I came there, you guys really took me through that rightful processes that, was needed. And I just want to say God bless you. And, to Mr. Ramonacha, I just want to tell you, I thank you so much for your understanding.
This week, the nicest judge in the world passes on. Now, these are videos and footages that show that compassion can be shown even in the courtroom. He had battled pancreatic cancer for a while, and unfortunately this week he passed away at age 88. Are you watching the Galka games? Anyway, you can watch the various matches on GHOne television and all our affiliate brands, as well as our social media platforms. So please pay us a visit and do watch. Anyway, you can find more stories on starfm.com.gh, as well as all our social media platforms. Thank you for joining me for this week in news. Once again, I am Etornam Kumashie.